Good morning. Well, I am awake. My tent is here. It is a little bit chilly, which is surprising after yesterday's crazy day. By the way, we did hike 36.8 miles yesterday, which makes sense because we had to hike and run away from the fire. You don't see Somewhere because Somewhere continued hiking on last night to find a better camp spot. But she did text me the mileage because being that we used Gaia, it was hard for me to understand how many miles we actually hiked. Once I'm on far out, I understand, but so 36.8 miles, that's crazy. But it makes sense why our bodies are hurting. I took my time this morning. I have about 20 miles into Ashland, and I'm going into Ashland. I don't care what anybody else is doing. I don't know where, if Somewhere is going into Ashland. I know she still has enough. I still have enough food to keep going, but I'm going in there after the day yesterday. Plus, my new tent is in Ashland, so this is probably the last time I will be using it, unless, of course, USPS didn't get the delivery right. And I'm not hating USPS at all, but lately it's just been a little bit of a struggle. So I thank the service that they provide, of course, but sometimes it's a little bit rougher to get your packages. So yeah, just gonna pack up, hike those 20 miles into Ashland. I'm going. I don't care. I'm doing it. Boss Bay and Bird Call. I called Boss Bay yesterday. I had some connection, and when I told her that we were looking at a fire, she was like, I tried to call you, I can't get a hold of you, so I called her back. So we talked. They are in Wairika as of yesterday. I think they did amazing mileage, like 30 some miles. That's so good. They're still 2 days behind. Now they're obviously going to figure out how to get back on the PCT, so they're not gonna miss any miles like we did, the 1.4 miles of the fire. If the fire is going to be taken out, honestly, it'll be fine for them. But if the fire is still there and, they do some sort of closing of that part of the PCT, then they need to figure out how to go a little bit more north. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. I need to go because I want to get to Ashland. That was my spot. And we're going back on the PCT, y'all. I know I probably don't sound excited, but I am pretty excited to be back hiking here. The fact that we hiked 36.8 miles yesterday definitely left a mark on our bodies. My feet are in pain. Everything else is doing pretty good. Otherwise, my legs, everything except my feet. But it was funny because Somewhere and I yesterday were talking about how as soon as we were in an emergency situation, nothing in our body was in pain. Like our feet started working again. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I can't even see it. Ah, there it is. Just met up with Somewhere a little bit further down the road from where I camped. She was cowboy camping. She was able to accomplish a lot of chores that we usually do in town, and she's not planning to go into Ashland, which I kind of figured because both of us have enough food to keep going. Like, I have enough food. However, I feel like, well, first of all, I have to go into Ashland because I have my tent there, so there's literally no choice but to. Also, I feel like I've hiked so much the last few days, and we did some calculations that if we do an average of 22 miles per day, we get to the end of the Pacific Crest Trail by the end of August. Now that means if I do 3 30-mile days, then I will have banked a 0. Isn't that cool? So all I have to do is 3 30-mile days, and then I can do 0 without feeling any sort of feelings about not being able to do any mileage or get anywhere at any time. As you know, it is Somewhere's, Boss Bay, and Bird Call's goal to be done by the end of August, and I'm just kind of like going with that because that would allow me to maybe do something else after, like maybe hike another small trail somewhere, maybe in Washington or something fun, you know, because I'll have completed the trail earlier than I thought I would have. So I'm going into town because I hiked 36 miles yesterday. So I've banked around 14 miles. And before that, we've done so many more miles, and we're in Oregon. Apparently, you can hike a lot of miles in Oregon. Anyway, I am gonna be by myself for a while now. If Summer doesn't come into Ashland today, I mean, I'll probably see her over the next few days, because I don't know if I do not think I'm gonna do a 0 in Ashland. But I will probably do a Nero today. And it's not gonna be really a Nero, because I'm hiking 20 miles. So, and then of course Boss Bay and Bird Call, as I already said, are 2 days behind. I know they're crushing the miles, so I'm sure they will catch up. Anyway, also, I want to get a new sun hoodie. I know I've been talking about it, but honestly, I think this time I'm gonna just make it happen somehow. And just like that, 1,700 miles. Boom. Shakalaka. I don't anticipate I'll be seeing a lot of hikers today, because most or a lot of hikers skipped from Manchester to Ashland directly. But I guess, as I'm just saying that, I probably should secure accommodations, because if a lot of people skip to Ashland, that means the accommodations might be scarce. Uh-oh. I'm alone, so of course I'm talking a lot. I did want everybody to know that there's this thing called the Oregon Challenge, where people are trying to hike through the entire state of Oregon within 2 weeks. So 12 or 14 days, something like that. Y'all, that means I would have to do 40-mile days, kind of like on a consistent basis. And I did 36 yesterday, and there is just no desire inside of me to want to do 40-mile days. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry to disappoint. Now, there is another challenge, which is the 24-hour challenge, which means that you're gonna try to hike as many miles as you can within 24 hours. That is a challenge that I am interested in, and Bird Call is also interested in that challenge. So that will probably happen within the state of Oregon, as a lot of people say that's the state where you could try to attempt the 24-hour challenge. So that one, yes, I am at this point planning to do that. But the whole challenge of making it through the state within 2 weeks, no. Plus, I want to see this beautiful state. I feel like, you know, Oregon deserves some loving. What? Let's have a look. Hello? What? Oh no, root beer. Oh, okay. Ooh, maybe I'll have one of those. I think I have a winner right here. There's also a little seating area. Okay. I am a little bit in a time crunch because I have a shuttle set up for 3 p.m., but I guess I'm gonna just chill here for a second. That's actually really good. I don't know what's going on with my lips. Am I dehydrated? They're such a strange color. Interesting. I guess the views of Shasta are just not over yet. River Crossin? Crossing that road. That is a big Pacific Crest Trail sign. Wow. I don't know what it is about soda, but I have the worst tummy ache from that soda. And I don't get that with Coca-Cola. Also, it's really strange, but in Germany, when you're not feeling good, your parents give you Coca-Cola and pretzel sticks. Supposedly it helps your stomach. And I do have to say, when I drink Coca-Cola, it doesn't do anything to my stomach the way any other soda does anything. Like, my tummy is hurting so badly. And I'm so disappointed because I wanted to get to town today, eat so much food, maybe have a drink or two. But my tummy is all tore up. Ooh.
For the fire department in Medford.
Oh, you do?
And we had a...
Welcome to me in a bed. Oh God, that sounds really weird. Guess what? USPS has not delivered my tent. And it's not even in Portland. So it's not like it's gonna arrive tomorrow. So it's not like if I took a zero, that would make any difference. So I have it forwarded to Bend, Oregon, which is another 280 miles, maybe less, maybe more. I don't even know. I think it's around 280, something like that. So I'm so glad I still have my other tent, which it works, you know. I just really would like my new tent, but that's okay. But isn't that weird how I kind of could tell? Anyway, so what happened? How did I get here? So I got picked up by an amazing trail angel. Very unfamiliar to me when I did the AT, but the PCT has a lot of Facebook sites that are like Southern Oregon Trail Angels. And so what you can do is you could just post a little thing in there, which preferably with a face of yours so that they can see you're not a serial killer, and you can ask if somebody can give you a ride. And so I had a really amazing young man pick me up, drive me to the post office. And then another trail angel who's also a subscriber of mine, Susan, saw me posting a request for a trail angel, and she's like, I can help you. So she picked me up from the post office, drove me to this hotel so I can check in, drove me to the outfitter, drove me to the burger place, which is called Flip, bought my burger. Thank you, Susan. And she brought her beautiful, beautiful young grandchildren with her. Anywho, thank you so much, Susan. That was so nice. And then the other man, I think Tim is his name, he picked me back up from the food place and then drove me back to the hotel, and he's probably going to give me a ride tomorrow too. I mean, it's like, I don't know why the country accent came out, but it's just so nice when people are able to help. And these are true trail angels, which is really nice. I also bought a new sun hoodie. I know I'm still in my old one. I'm just saying goodbye to it because it's been with me for 1,700 miles. But my new one, I like a lot. I'm really excited because it's the one I saw in South Lake Tahoe when Summer and I went to the outfitter, and it was the not so good outfitter that was really mean to Boss Bay. But anyway, that's not why I didn't buy the sun hoodie. I didn't buy it because I wasn't sure about it. It's smart wool, but I really liked how it looked on me and the color, and then I didn't buy it. And then I've been thinking about it this whole time, as in like, why didn't I buy it? Also, it's under $100, which is great. All of you know I'm not paying more than over $100 for a sun hoodie. And so we went to the outfitter, and it had exactly the sun hoodie that I wanted. It's the one from South Lake Tahoe, only I didn't buy it in South Lake Tahoe. I bought it here in, where am I? I am in Ashland. Oh my goodness. So yes. Anyway, now I am gonna do some like what's it called? Some bucket laundry. This hotel doesn't have laundry. I really don't need to do a lot of laundry. I'll need to clean my socks. I do have a new shirt, so I don't need to do that. And some other things need to be washed. And then I'm gonna go to a really cool grocery store called Shop and Cart, which is really close for me to walk to, and apparently it's open until 12 a.m. That's an interesting time to be open until, but I'm just happy about that. I'm gonna get me either some beer or some cider, and then probably I will head out tomorrow unless something changes. I know Boss Bay and Bird Call, today is Wednesday, Boss Bay and Bird Call are gonna get to Ashland on Friday evening. So whether I take a 0 tomorrow or not really won't make much of a difference. And we are going to see how we are going to get back together, because we do miss each other. And Summer did not come into town. She is on trail. At least I think so. You know, she could secretively be in town right now. I have no idea. But she didn't really feel like she needed to go. You all know this. I already talked about that. So Summer is going to be like ahead. Boss Bay and Bird Call and Scout are back, and I'm like in the middle, like a little sandwich, like I'm the peanut butter and jelly in the sandwich. And no, I haven't had a drink yet, but I am so ready to have like a cider or something. Anyway, town chores to be done. I guess I gotta do stuff.